What if I told you that this medication changed psychiatry in the 1980s and is one of the most prescribed antidepressants today? Today's drug of the day is fluoxetine, which is the generic for Prozac. Some of its FDA approvals are for major depressive disorder, OCD, panic disorder, and for PMDD. The usual starting dose is between 10 to 20 milligrams once a day, and I usually recommend taking this in the morning because you can feel a bit uppity during the day. So fluoxetine is an SSRI, which is also known as a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor. Let's go over what that actually means for your mood. So your brain cells communicate using serotonin, which is a neurotransmitter heavily involved in mood, anxiety, motivation, and emotional regulation. After serotonin sends a message, it usually gets reabsorbed back into the neuron by a transporter, but fluoxetine blocks the serotonin reuptake pump. Analogy time. Imagine serotonin is an email that's being sent between two brain cells. Normally, the inbox auto-deletes messages after 2 seconds. What fluoxetine does is it turns off the auto-delete, so the message stays visible longer, so it's actually getting read. So over time, this increased serotonin signaling leads to neuroplastic changes, which is the brain adjusts receptor sensitivity and strengthens healthier mood pathways, which this is why antidepressants don't just work overnight, they take time, which usually is 4 to 6 weeks for it to work. Some common side effects that you need to be aware of are nausea, headache, sleep changes, and then problems in the bedroom. Also, there is a rare risk of serotonin syndrome, so be careful if you start feeling funny. And a fun pharmacy fact that I think you should know about is that fluoxetine actually has one of the longest half-lives of all the SSRIs, which this means it stays in your body for weeks. And that's why missing a dose is less dramatic. For example, like an SNRI like Effexor, if you miss a dose, it is completely like the worst day of your life. But of course, you shouldn't be using that as an excuse to like miss a dose.